House Republicans somehow managing to hit a new low, elevating Mike Johnson as Speaker of the House. All that and more now on Graph's Grievances. Following 3 weeks of embarrassing infighting and dysfunction, House Republicans unanimously electing Mike Johnson the 56th Speaker of the House of Representatives. The elevation of the 51-year-old Johnson surprising to many political observers, including me. The congressman has served in the House since just 2017, making him the least experienced speaker in 140 years. And unlike his recent predecessors in the Speaker's office, Johnson is not a reasonable consensus builder. The constitutional lawyer has literally dedicated his life to attacking and harassing LGBTQ people and undermining America's promise. Prior to getting elected to Congress, Johnson worked as an attorney and spokesman for the anti-gay, anti-abortion rights group Alliance Defense Fund. Johnson using his platform to pen hate-filled editorials calling homosexuality, quote, inherently unnatural and a, quote, dangerous lifestyle. Johnson also falsely promoting that homosexuality would lead to legalized pedophilia, people marrying their pets, and possibly destroy, quote, the entire democratic system. Yes, this is really what he wrote. And important to remember is that Johnson was not preaching this vile in 1880 or even 1990. No, this is what Johnson was saying in the mid-2000s. The Louisiana native even advocating for the criminalization of homosexuality, authoring an op-ed in opposition to a Supreme Court ruling overturning a state law criminalizing homosexual activity. Upon entering Congress, Johnson doubling down on his homophobia. Just last year, introducing legislation described by critics as a national Don't Say Gay bill, which would affect not just schools, but any federally funded institution. And when not fetishing over the gay community, the father of four is working to undermine the U.S. Constitution and American democracy. Despite the First Amendment forbidding the government from establishing an official religion or favoring one religion over another, Johnson has said he does not believe in the separation of church and state. The evangelical Christian endorsing constitutionally dubious federal legislation that would ban almost all abortions nationwide after 6 to 7 weeks into a pregnancy. And despite serving in elected office and now second in line to the presidency, Johnson is not committed to representative government if voters do not choose his chosen candidate. Just 2 weeks after the 2020 election, Johnson voiced support for Donald Trump's conspiracy theory that voting machines were rigged against Trump in favor of Democrat Joe Biden. Johnson even recruiting 125 of his fellow House Republicans to sign a legal brief he authored supporting a lawsuit seeking to overturn the election. And when the Supreme Court rejected the unhinged lawsuit, on January 5th, Johnson gave an impassioned speech to his colleagues, urging them in the name of God to object to the certification of Biden's election victory. The following day, Johnson's speech proved convincing as 2/3 of House Republicans joined him in voting to throw out Biden's win, even after a mob of Trump supporters violently attacked the U.S. Capitol. This dangerous architect of Trump's brazen attempt to overturn the 2020 election is now Speaker of the House. his unlikely victory being celebrated by, you guessed it, Donald Trump and his biggest sycophant, Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz. Both men now referring to Johnson as MAGA Mike. But how long will MAGA Mike remain Speaker? His deep-seated hatred for the LGBTQ community, combined with his indifference to the US Constitution and election results, make it hard to believe he will be able to maintain the support of his fellow Republican colleagues, especially those 18 House Republicans representing districts Joe Biden won in 2020. Thank you for watching Graph's Grievances. Let me know what you think. Please like, subscribe, share, and join me tomorrow for more.